stay composed, even when I'm stuck in bad positions. Breathe through the struggle, every loss becomes a lesson. They come with force, I redirect it with intention. Control before I finish, that's the art inside the tension. Keep my guard up, in the cage or in the real world. Can't let them pass when I'm protecting what I feel worth. Every round's a test, every fight helps me grow. Now you're locked in with the Snappy and JoJo show.
What's going on, guys? JoJo allegedly here, Coach JoJo with my boy Snappy, and this is the Snappy and JoJo show. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about Jon Jones. There's a lot of controversy about Jon Jones, and I think that Daniel and I disagree on this topic. So we're going to have the conversation here for you guys, and I would love to get your opinions. I think I know that you guys are pretty much all going to disagree with me on this topic, but hear me out. I'm going to make my case, make my points, and maybe even convince you to be on my side of the argument. So Daniel, why don't you go ahead and tell the people what we are talking about today?
There's a petition about Jon Jones, whether or not he should get stripped of his title. And more than 150,000 signatures have been signed.
That's crazy. And Daniel was just asking me before we recorded this if he could go online and sign the petition. So I think I know where you stand on this topic, but what do you think? Should Jon, and trust me, I'm going to dismantle his argument. I am going to destroy your argument, Daniel, but because I came with facts, all right? You're not allowed to use the internet, but I am to do my research. So what's your opinion on this topic, and why do you feel that way? And you can't just say because, well, 150,000 people think it, so it must be true. So I want you to say why you think Jon Jones should be stripped, because that's what you think, right? Okay, so what do you think? And I'll listen to your argument, no problem. I'm not, go ahead, tell me your opinion.
Because he only has about 2 fights inside heavyweight, and it's almost been 1 year without him defending his title.
Okay.
And he's done that before, but it was still on.
Okay, I understand that for sure. And I know that there's a lot of people, Tom Aspinall fans, right? A lot of people love Tom Aspinall. A lot of people hate Jon Jones, which is partly the reason why a lot of people love Tom Aspinall, because people want Jon Jones to lose, right? Not me personally. Jon Jones, I believe, is the absolute GOAT. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but since you're only 9 years old and Jon Jones fights not very often, I think you've only seen him fight live twice. Is that right? Versus Cyril Gane and then versus Stipe? Who else did you see him fight live? You never saw him fight live at light heavyweight.
I saw the Cyril Gane fight.
Yeah, one. And then what was the next one?
I saw the Stipe Miocic one.
Yeah, that's 2. And then he hasn't fought since.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So those are obviously I know that you went back and you've seen all of his fights basically in his entire career, but I'm talking about live, because when you watch a fight live, it's a totally different experience than when you watch a replay, because you already know what happened. The excitement is all gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to really feel the excitement of the moment if it's not happening live, if you're just watching a replay. So let me break down to you why I disagree with those 150,000 people and you, the 150,001 people who think that Jon Jones should be stripped of the heavyweight title.
You mean more than 150?
It's more than 150 now since you're going to sign it. So let's get the facts straight first, okay? I got them pulled up here. It was UFC 309 when Jon Jones defended the UFC Heavyweight Championship versus Stipe. That was May 30th, 2025, and it's been about less than 200 days since then. So, Daniel, there's 365 days in a year, right? You said it's been almost a year? Mm-hmm. Not exactly. It's been about 200 days, all right? So it hasn't been a year yet, but hold on. I'm just getting started, all right? Let me cook, Daniel, all right? Let me cook. So let's go back in history and look at some of the other times that champions did not defend their belt for significant periods of time, and just how long they were out for before competing again or before being stripped. Dominic Cruz took 828 days without defending his belt. Okay, so that's more than 2 years.
Dominic Reyes?
Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz. Now, Dominic Cruz had multiple injuries, which was part of the reason that he didn't defend his belt. But that's not the point, okay? It doesn't matter the reason that they haven't defended it. If you think that someone should defend it within a certain period of time and they don't, or they should be stripped, then, I mean, what do you think about 828 days then, Daniel? But hold on, I'm not done yet. Next, Daniel Cormier. All right, Daniel Cormier, and I know, you're cool with Daniel Cormier, you're trained with Daniel Cormier, I understand it, all right? So no disrespect to Daniel Cormier.
I took his name.
Huh?
I took his
And
name.
you stole his name, exactly. Now, now you don't know this, Daniel. So anybody who's watching, who's a former watcher of the JoJo Allegedly YouTube channel, of course, I didn't really let Daniel watch a lot of those videos. A lot of those topics were not something that is appropriate for children. And there may be some more of that style of content on this channel that I'll do videos. I just won't have Daniel be a part of those videos. Daniel will only be a part of the child-appropriate videos. So with Daniel Cormier, you guys know that I went in on Daniel Cormier a lot of times on this channel, but I'm okay with him now. All right. So Daniel Cormier, who says that Jon Jones should be stripped of his title, took 567 days between title defenses. All right. That was from October 3rd, 2015 to April 8th, 2017. Now, here's the thing though. I'm not sure because I didn't do that deep of a research into it. I just have that stat there. But I think part of the reason that it took so long to defend the title was because the fights with Jon Jones kept getting canceled. So that's still Jon Jones' fault. But let me make my point though. Next, Anthony Pettis, 462 days between title defenses. He won the title in August 2013 and didn't defend it until December 2024. Now, there was various reasons for that.
24?
Injuries. What's that?
2024?
2014, sorry, 2014. Various reasons for that. Injuries. He was also coaching on The Ultimate Fighter, so that can hold people up a lot of times. You can't be fighting until the season's over. You know how that, we're watching The Ultimate Fighter now with DC and Chael. So that's the reason for that. I like Anthony Pettis. Shout out to Anthony Pettis. You actually trained at his gym, right? What was it? Rufus Sport, right? In Milwaukee. So shout out to Anthony Pettis. He's also one of the owners of Gamma MMA, which is the national body, the international body of governing youth mixed martial arts, which is what has Daniel ranked number 6 in the USA right now. Shout out to Anthony Pettis. He's actually one of the people. So he's one of the people who got Daniel into MMA in the first place. Do you even remember that, Daniel?
Yeah.
What do you remember?
Showtime kick?
Yeah, the Showtime kick. Daniel was like 3 years old or something like that. And I showed him the Showtime kick. And that basically got him hooked onto MMA.
And it was on the Ben Askren knockout.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's really what did it. So you thought the Showtime kick was cool and everything like that. But
Yada yada.
But back in the day when Daniel was much younger, probably around 4 or 5, of course, he had a bedtime. He wasn't allowed to be watching the UFC pay-per-views with me and my wife. But he would always be sneaking out into the living room. And it's not even that he wanted to watch UFC. He just wanted to stay up later and spend time with us. But he started to just watch it a little bit while he was trying to sneak out and spend time with us and started to like it. And then when he saw Ben Askren get knocked out by Jorge Masvidal, oh my God. He recreated that scene hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times over and over.
I put it on my Christmas list.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. So that's really what got Daniel hooked. I don't even know how we got on that topic, but moving on, let me finish my point and make my case as to why you and 150,000 other people are wrong. Cain Velasquez, 602 days between title defenses. That was when he beat Junior Dos Santos in October of 2013 and didn't fight again until June 2015. So people have been out a lot longer than Jon Jones. Now, a lot of these are from injuries and things like that. Whereas, like, what is the reason you think Jon Jones is staying out for a long period of time?
I don't know. He said that he needed like 6 months before a fight camp before fighting Tom Aspinall. I don't know why he needed much that time, but I don't really know.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you think John Jones is scared to lose against Tom Aspinall?
I think he wants to fight older people so then he can win, so then he can keep his record undefeated and not get one loss inside his record.
So do you think Tom Aspinall would beat John Jones?
It's a really hard pick. Yeah, I think so.
You do? See, people say this all the time. Every single John Jones fight, people say, "Oh, this is the one. This might be the one. The guy that could actually beat him." Cyril Gane, I don't know. He's good on the feet. He's quick on his feet. He might be able to catch John Jones. Now Stipe, a lot of people, Stipe was old and slow, so
41, but DC won the heavyweight championship when he was 41 years old.
That's true. And then Stipe ended up beating Daniel Cormier twice after that.
Yeah.
So that's true. It is a little bit different, but I don't know. Every single fight, I feel like John Jones has people just think this is the one he can lose. And he just always proves everybody wrong, and it's never even that close. To the point where, again, people are going to disagree with me here.
How about Dominic Reyes?
Exactly. See, I knew you were going to say that. This is the argument that everybody makes, which is that he lost that Dominic Reyes fight.
That's what I think.
Yeah, that's what you think. That's what people on YouTube think, and that's what you've been convinced to think. But the truth, he did not. John Jones won that fight. John Jones won the Thiago Santos fight. John Jones won all of these fights. People are just
Vitor
looking...
Belfort?
Oh, yeah. Well, didn't he finish Vitor Belfort?
Yeah.
Vitor Belfort popped his arm, I think, though, in the first round.
Yeah.
With like an arm lock against the cage. Mm-hmm. But yeah, people always are looking for a reason to say John Jones lost. So when they see a close fight, they're just not used to it. So it's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. It was so close. He lost. Alexander Gustafsson. There's these examples of people saying that John Jones has lost, but I personally disagree with all of them. John Jones is the GOAT. John Jones is the absolute GOAT. And, that's my opinion. But I do agree with your point that, and I guess I'm getting caught up in it as well, Tom Aspinall could be the one. He could be the one to do it.
Yeah. He's young, he's fast, he's a really good wrestler.
Yeah. You told me the other day a stat about how quickly he finishes fights. Do you remember what you told me?
Yeah, it's either 2 minutes and 2 seconds or less.
Every single one of his UFC fights were finished in 2 minutes and 2 seconds or less?
Yes.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, obviously, if John Jones fought him, the thing with John Jones, he has such a smart game plan, right?
Thank you.
He has such a good game plan. He sets people up really smart. And obviously, I think it would last a lot longer than that. But I don't know exactly how that fight would go. I'm personally very excited to see it. I hope that I see it. And I know that you hope that fight happens as well. But I guess we will see. So, all right, guys, that was the first video here as officially the Snappy and JoJo show. Go ahead.
Don't forget about the initial game.
Oh, okay, yes, okay. So, before we wrap up this video, though, I just want to give you guys a little bit of information about how this channel is going to be structured moving forward. Since some of you guys may be here as former JoJo allegedly channel viewers and things like that, and I appreciate all you guys for the years of support and everything. It's just that the style of videos that I was creating previously are not conducive or productive for Daniel and his future MMA journey. And now that he's taking it extremely seriously, he's getting noticed by a lot of these people in the industry. I have to be careful with how I'm discussing people. And I don't want to get in the way of his career success. So we're having a little bit of a shift here on this channel. Of course, I'm still not going to just like suck up to people or kiss anybody's butt or anything like that. I'm still going to tell it exactly the way that it is. But I just got to be a little bit wiser with how I speak about things. But there is going to be a few things that I want you guys to note. Firstly, on this channel, I will be sharing some of Daniel's competition videos. He has an MMA fight coming up here next week, just less than a week, actually. So I will probably be posting the footage from the fights on this channel. You can also go check out his Instagram. He's grown a pretty good following already, more followers and engagement than I've ever had on social media. Yeah, I've been doing this for years.
Yeah, like 4 times yours. 3 times?
Yeah, probably something. And if we're talking about views, I mean, way more than that. So
1 million.1.
that's just on one of the videos.
Yeah.
We got millions and millions of views. So, and we appreciate everybody's support. So if you guys want to continue to support Daniel, we'd very much appreciate it. I'll leave a link in the description box below to Daniel's Instagram. We'd appreciate it if you went ahead and followed him over there. We'd appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel. We're going to try to grow this YouTube channel. And yes, of course, talk about topics in the mixed martial arts community, give fight predictions, things like that. But also kind of give back to the community, post some youth training tips and things like that to try to just push the culture forward. And of course, push Daniel's career trajectory further and further. So we'd really much appreciate that. I'll also post a link in the description box if you guys want to support Daniel's journey financially. So I'm coaching Daniel for a lot of his MMA journey. Of course, we have official coaches, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, have here in the background. That's Daniel's Jiu-Jitsu gym, Mid-World Martial Arts. That's where he trains MMA. Mecca Wrestling, got the hat on here. That's his wrestling team with Olympic champion Zane Rutherford at the helm of that. So we're doing a lot. We're investing a lot into Daniel's future here. I'm also training some of Daniel's training partners as well, free of charge. So if you guys want to contribute to that and just support the cause, I'll leave a link in the description box below. And I forgot, me and Daniel said that we're going to start off every single video by playing a game that him and I play called the Initials game. I forgot to do it at the beginning, so we'll do it here at the end. And in future videos, we'll do it at the beginning. And how this game works is, and we'll just do it one way first. So, you know, I'll try to stump you this time. And next video, you try to stump me. So basically, I'll give Daniel the initials of an MMA fighter, and he'll get 3 clues to try to guess which fighter it is. I don't know what the repercussions are going to be if you lose. If you lose, I'll probably take money out of your piggy bank. But if you win, I'll probably invest in Bitcoin for you to, you know, which is way better anyway. You know what I mean? So, all right. So let me think about this. Let me get some initials for you. AP.
First clue.
Fought at lightweight and welterweight.
Anthony Pettis.
Dang. All right. That was too easy. All right. You know what? That was too easy. All right. So I'll be putting a crypto investment in for Daniel on that one. Do you have one for me? Go ahead. Go for it.
VO.
VO. Oh, so guys, I forgot to tell you this rule. If I guess the name and I get it wrong, I lose. I don't get another chance. I think I already know who it is, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a light heavyweight. What's the first clue? Volkan Oezdemir.
Yeah.
And I know you just thought of that because your coach at Mecca yesterday said that he worked in the training camp with Volkan Oezdemir versus Daniel Cormier. I don't even know if you know that that's why you thought of it, but I think just like subconsciously that was on your mind.
No, it was just something. I don't know.
That's why it's called subconscious. I'll teach you about that one day. But you guys let me know what you think about this style of content. We're definitely going to be doing a lot more videos of these. These are the type of conversations that Daniel and I just have on a regular basis anyway, so it's fun for us. And if you can think of any other style of content that you guys would like to see from Daniel and I, of course, like I said, we're going to post training, competition footage, all different things like that. Maybe we'll even make it more fun. We'll play each other in UFC 5 and we'll stream it and stuff like that. We'll have some fun. But yeah, we appreciate anybody's support. Subscribe to the channel. And any last words you want to say, Daniel?
Nothing.
All right. So
have a great day, guys.
That's very nice of you, Daniel. All right, everybody, leave a comment below. Wish Daniel good luck. June 6th, this is his competition. I'll be keeping you updated, posting the videos, posting in the community tab. Wish my boy Snappy luck in the comment section below. Take care, guys. We'll talk soon. Peace.